why Puerto Rico willing to sign up with this resolution is because it involves using fossil fuels.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I don't know, but
no. I'm glad you brought it up, though, because that's not so. That's not the case at all.
And even the current use of fossil
because,
fuel,
you know, Puerto Rico's struggling with their own energy issues, too, you know. And they, too, have been changing their sources. They too, have been changing. All states and territories are faced with this issue. And they really and truly what they're looking outward to try to bring this grid to help boost the economy as well. It's like a visionary type of thing. And so that's why they signing on and supporting the Virgin Islands getting back some. Because they want to make it happen, to bring out, for the lack of a better word, a new Puerto Rico. Who looking at green technology, renewable energy, all of that. The same things that we're doing. But they having a grid system, it makes it less costly and more beneficial to the ratepayers in terms of reliability of service.
And cost.
I don't know if I like the idea of Puerto Rico controlling how we get electricity.
But they
won't be the only. They're not going to be the only one.
But that's the whole purpose of a grid. You don't have a single source.
The information.
Okay, well, we're going to keep talking about this because we got other people on the line.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. Quickly, Carol. You see, when you do research with some of these people that want to come in here, Alpine started off as a company named L3. Okay, and these people from L3, they were using like manure and corn and these different things, there was a consultant company that helps these. They go in and give information on how to make the manure into fuel and all that kind of stuff. They start a second group when they came here called Alpine. And they had an office, and when you call the office looking for Alpine, the people were saying, oh, we don't know who you're looking for. The same company, but they break off in two. When they came here, their sole purpose was to make money off of us. And whoever is getting in cahoots with them will get a share of the money. By that time, the pet coke and everything going to be killing us. We're going to get lung problems and all that kind of stuff.
But everybody comes here to make money. What we got to determine is its benefit to us and how we manage it.
Yeah. So now that they can't get the pet coke, they went back and they went to South America where they use garbage and turn it into these pellets. And some countries are burning it to make the same energy. They want to do that here.
Heck, maybe we need to engage them to help us with the grid if they want to do business here so bad.
In the long run, if they put that company here, we will not be able to produce enough garbage for those pellets once they start burning it, and then they're going to implement pet coke again. That is just a way to slightly go underneath.
You're saying a Trojan horse kind of thing.
Right.
Okay, let's go for the call. Because I have something I wanted to read from the Caribbean Business newspaper about the rum cover over that we need to know. Good morning, Carla.
Good morning to you, your family, and staff. Oh, that's a very important question that this morning.
Go right ahead.
How much holiday the President have, and how much holiday the investment have? If you don't know now, you will tell me later on.
I'm going to tell you later because you know what I'm telling you.
We got a lot, but I ain't got
20-something. It's 20-something.
I know I can answer the question only. Next question. Why the Bapa don't take out 10% of the people's salary? Why? And they are part of the government?
Why Bapa don't what?
Take out 10% of the salary.
Of the employees?
Yes, autonomous agency.
Well, that's something that they should have contemplated, but I guess they choose not to. They didn't want. Yeah, you're right. It's a good question. It's a valid question.
Why? Why is you can't?
And you know why I asked that question? Because the government takes out 10%. 8% of the government people's salary. Now it is hard in this crisis to take out 8%, right?
Yes.
And we know the economy is tight, and also we know that we're living in the world now, and today here and tomorrow we are here, right?
Right.
And because I don't care what people are talking for myself. And that is the question I have. I have two questions. I ain't coming long. Next question, property tax.
Mm-hmm.
We owe the government no property tax, but why the government don't pay the people a return tax? You want your money.
The income tax refunds?
Huh?
The income tax refunds? The tax refunds.
When you file for
Income tax, yeah.
What for that?
Yeah.
Income tax refunds.
Income tax refunds.
Big word for that. I know.
Income, I help you, Governor. Income tax refunds.
Yeah. Tax return.
Right.
Why you don't pay the people them? Everybody getting the money and the people suffering. I know a lady have a house in the... She can't pay for this thing. Last question. In 2012, my opinion, I voted for no senator, none of them.
None?
None.
Why?
Because I am getting another problem with these senators here. You understand? And we have 14 jackass here, and we have 7 central questions.
Can't call the senator them that.
I have a word I used before, but all of us don't like it. You know what I mean? But everybody...
You're vexed this morning.
Yeah?
You're vexed this morning.
Yeah, I know, because I don't like it if people talk such nonsense every day. All of here, I born 1923, you know.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta have every respect for you.
I am telling you, I don't have to respect anybody, but I tell you to myself, to take it away about the people of the Virgin Island. The governor of the Virgin Island is a human being as me, as everybody. We have, he gave us, I have my boys. The program, the program is very good, and I'd like to speak to
Thank you.
I can't get a speaker in the office, no way.
Okay, well, we're gonna, you've been talking to Ms. Roca again?
I talked to Ms. Roca. I am satisfied with that at all.
Okay, well, I'm going to let the president know that you've been trying to get in touch with him so he could call you.
I'll go come back with some more next Saturday because I can't take it too long because people want to take advantage of the program. They want to talk about non-tax tomorrow morning, but not me.
Okay.
All have a wonderful morning.
You too.
And keep on good before dinner and have a good day.
Okay, I just wanted to
we got room for one more call.
I want to mention something about the rum cover over. I know I'm only saying this because in the context of some people saying that to pursue the gasoline excise tax is to threaten our receiving the rum cover over funds. And we're going to take the one call, okay? We're going to take the one call. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning.
Just quickly, I know I heard you mention some more money going to Jovensa, credited to Jovensa for, I guess, the same cover-over situation.
The gasoline excise.
Gasoline excise.
Yeah.
It looks like every decision that's made in this territory with money ends up in Jovensa's pocket.
No, it wouldn't be money, you know. It'll be a credit to them against the taxes that they would owe the federal government on behalf of the Virgin Islands, the people of the Virgin Islands.
Don't pay their face.
Okay, I hear you. But
money credit to them. But anyway, that's one quickly. I want to maybe next week we could discuss this thing some more with this Eden situation.
Yeah.
Because we really need to get into that.
I think so. I think we sure will.
Right. Okay. So you're looking at WAPA increasing annually maybe 4 to 6% a year. And you're talking about 14 years. By the time that 14 year up, we gone up 56 to 84% of what we done now. And then they're talking about 60% reduction by then. Come on, let's do the math.
Well, the math's not that simple, but we do agree that the Eden target is not one of our favorites.
The math is what?
The math is not that simple, but we do agree. Wait, let me finish. We do agree that the Eden target is not something that we support and enjoy. We think it's a very low target. So
low and inefficient. But let's discuss it some
next
more.
Saturday we're gonna get into it.
Right.
Okay,
yes,
all right, thanks. Okay, I just wanted because of the statements and I guess people want to put fears in the minds of people that if we pursue gasoline excise, but this is what the Puerto Rico resident commissioner in speaking to the Caribbean business this Thursday, September 22nd. This is what he says. Puerto Rico resident commissioner Pedro Perelusi said the rum excise tax cover-over program needs to be reformed to stop the bipartisan congressional super committee assigned to obtain $1.2 trillion in savings ordered by the Deficit Reduction Act from possibly hindering or cutting it altogether. Quote, as part of my broader effort to ensure that Puerto Rico is treated fairly in the Super Committee's deliberations, I will fight hard to defend the cover-over program. But failure to reform the program will make this fight more difficult, he added, echoing a warning he had made previously to the paper. The co-chairs of the Super Committee recently named Mark Prater as a panel staff director. Prater is a deputy staff director and chief tax counsel for the Senate Finance Committee's Republican staff. His appointment means the Super Committee is serious about reaching the estimated $1.2 trillion in savings to avoid an automatic across-the-board $1.2 trillion cut to defense and discretionary funding. It is clear that the committee will seek to cut the federal programs deemed ineffective and wasteful. The resident commissioner noted that the deal between the U.S. Virgin Islands and the British liquor giant Diageo has generated a race to the bottom in which funds, this is quote, funds that should be used to help the people living in the U.S. territories are being used to subsidize wealthy rum producers. So I wanted to just bring that in the fold because the truth is the rum cover-over program in itself has issues as a result of the Diageo deal.
And not as a result of any effort to get excise tax.
So let me just be clear on that.
You know, when we go back next week, if Brother Miller call in, he needs to pull up the old documents with biomass, E3 and Alpine, where E3 was the consultant for biomass and Alpine come off at E3. And, you know, if we're going to allow people to come in here just to suck us dry all the time, we need to put a plug in the hole. We can't keep on letting our official negotiated with big companies to get profits for their pocket for when they retire later on in life. They get to live good and